Welcome back, everybody. It is time for Two Sides.
From the left, we say hello to Democratic strategist Sam Gresham. Hi, Sam.
Hi, how are you?
And from the right, we welcome Republican strategist Terry Casey.
Good morning.
Rules very simple. We put 15 seconds up on the clock and then let these gentlemen debate it out. When we hear this, ding,
there it is.
the time is up.
All right, Sam, we're starting with you. The Kasich budget, who wins, who loses?
Poor people lose, middle class people lose, cities lose, education loses. Rich people win, and corporations get it on their first $250,000, a 50% tax break. Now, we've been doing this for thousands of years, and it hasn't energized the community, but it is a staple.
Sam, you ought to actually read the budget and see how many more billions are put in for universities, for schools, for roads, a lot of things to help the working poor, those who are needy. And if you look at things like autism, you look at the food banks, they endorse this budget because they know it helps people in need.
All right, Terry, the income tax cut versus the sales tax increase, fair or designed for the wealthy Ohioans?
Well, if you listen to the liberal diatribes, they miss the key point in Ohio, and that's one of the reasons why the food banks supported this budget, is sales tax when you buy in the grocery store. You don't pay any sales tax increase, any sales tax at all. They also did some things on the earned income credit, so there's a lot of good things in there.
To quote a famous presidential candidate, there you go again. The regards to taxes as being the panacea to work over all the problems in the economy. The engine of the economy of middle class consumers. It is not rich people.
Sam, Governor Kasich approves anti-abortion bills in the budget. The war on women continues?
Yes, the war on women continues and it accelerates. I don't understand the fixation that the Republican Party has on the body of women and their policies and their views in the world. I think ultimately, yeah, there'll be a state party, but on a national level, there will never be a presidential contender because of these issues.
Sadly, the Democrats have nothing to offer in terms of jobs, and they can't go praising the governor for increasing Ohio's employment, so they go off on other issues. The truth is, women still have a choice if they want to do an abortion in Ohio, so they keep making up these false charges.
All right, Terry, Ed Fitzgerald fumbles his budget press conference. He'll get it together, or do Democrats need to keep searching for a candidate?
I'm going to come to his defense. He's actually a victim of a guy that's never had any state experience, even a lowly state representative for one term. And his other problem, he's never completed a term in a major public office that he's held. The guy just needs experience, and you people in the press ought to quit picking on him.
It's just the beginning. Over the long term, he'll become a seasoned candidate, and he'll be a much better candidate projecting. I think there are several issues that the Democratic Party can propel itself on, and he will be a better candidate. His wheel will be a lot more steadier, and we'll see a better candidate long term.
All right, Sam, conservatives are upset with Kasich over Medicaid expansion. Who prevails in this fight?
Well, the sad part is the Obama administration just helped that by taking the penalty off and putting the dish money back. But I think in the long term, the people will prevail. It's just too much money, $13 billion, and hospitals need that money, businesses need that money. I think in the long term, that's what's going to happen.
Well, I'm going to agree with Sam because the Obama administration has made it very confusing. When they took away that one mandate for some people, it just adds to the confusion. And you know, that Democrat Senate Finance Chairman was right. This is a train wreck. It needs to be fixed. It would help all Americans if we do.
Was that Medicaid expansion that we just talked about? All right. Nina Turner announces against John Husted. Terry, who has the edge?
Well, I think you've got to look at the reality is Chris Redfern has promised her a lot of money. He doesn't have the money. And John Husted really has a good record. When you talk to the election officials, they're much happier about how John Husted has run things. And there haven't been the last minute directives. There's some sanity finally restored. And Ohioans have most liberal laws existing.
Hands down, Nina Turner has the most energy of any candidate on the Democratic slate. The problem is John Husted has a treasure that you couldn't believe. He has name recognition across the state. But I think Senator Turner is going to give him all he can stand, particularly on the debate and speaking events.
All right, Sam, the Obama administration will not begin enforcing employer mandates in the Obamacare law until 2015. Is this an admission that the law won't work?
No, it's not an admission that the law doesn't work. What it is that they know there's some problems in initially transitioning into the program, so they're easing that. It puts a problem on the Medicare expansion because it doesn't put the force on the states to get involved, but I understand why they did it.
I'm going to agree with Sam again. There is a problem with Obamacare, and the fact that even though they passed it back in '09, they still can't get it right. And I think that's one of the reasons why Ohio's been a little reluctant to get into Medicaid.
I'll tell you, it upsets you so much. I mean, you can barely speak about it anymore.
I'm just shocked. What else happened to Obamacare?
Wow, you don't see that every Sunday here.
Right.
Twice.
Agreement, twice.
I know.
Yes.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. And you can join in on the conversation. Just follow us on Twitter or like us on Facebook, and you can get updates throughout the week at our website, 10tv.com/Capital Square.
If it's Ohio politics, it's Capital Square. Take care, everybody.